It's all over so fast. Alright, epilogue. This future also had a fierce battle in its past, in which the Acer fell one after another. The Age of Myth was coming to an end with the arrival of the Twilight of the Gods, and yet the leader of the Acer, a former human, chose to become one with his fading people. Every mind and every soul lost to the boundaries and borders that contained them, ultimately being absorbed into omniscience. Odin chose not a continuation of the Age of Myth, but a future in which it could not end. Ain't this... Oh, wait, here we go. Is that... That looks like someone. Don't tell me that's the original Odin. I don't know if I'd say original. This Odin's personality is mixed up with the other one. Still, I figured we should be able to talk with him. I'm connected to that tower that does the whole language unification thing, so it should work. This doesn't make any sense! Who the hell are you? A human by the looks of it. No. At the very least, you're the same as Odin, aren't you? A former human. Tell me then, how can you come into contact with omniscience without losing yourself? Well, see, me? I'm not using this power for myself. That's how I make a border between me and this omniscience thing. That's how I can keep myself as, myself, you know? God, the explanation is just like, I don't know, I just do it. Even if that is the case, how can you pull that off by yourself? Odin had been able to maintain his sense of self because he had Loki, the one who's closest by his side. My friends are my power. Yep. In this future, without Loki's separate presence, even Odin had been devoured by omniscience. He understood the danger, yet he could not avoid it. To understand something and to experience something are completely different. Coming into contact with omniscience a single time is enough to make one fall apart. Every human doing so thus far has met that fate. No, seriously, Loki's right. How are you able to pull that off? Huh? Did I do something huge? It does feel pretty great. No. He just pulled off anime. Anime? Oh crap! Whoops! That's the kind of thing you say before everything blows up in your face, ain't it? But you're right. That actually happened to me. The other me in another future? The one I took this role over from? The other me blew it back then. And I really couldn't make the same mistake. And I realized I couldn't make the same mistake. That's all there is to it. That's why I made a different choice. He New Game Plused it! Oh, my blood brother, Loki, here from another future, and the heroes from elsewhere that face him. Odin. In the past, I simply wished for my people not to come to an end. That is why I became one with the Loki of my world, and with no one to stop me, I went as far as I could. That is how we found deep solitude. By making us all one, I made us all alone. There are no others in that realm. For years, hundreds of years, I forced us all into solitude. If there is anything the Odin of the days past regrets, it is that he closed off the age of humanity. I did something I should not have, and so I ask you, beseech you, give humanity their future. For we, now one with omniscience as we are, can no longer make that choice. Well, what'll it be? Huh? What do you mean, what'll it be? I've done the same thing before. That's why I think we can do what he's asking for. I promise myself, though, to never use this power for myself, or in a way I choose. Because I know all too well what happened to the guy who did. You literally New Game Plused it. So, I want you to make the call. And I'll be right there with you, helping out. That's all. Hey, Loki. I should switch to Odin voice. My throne was not given to me. Okay, yeah, I gotta go with that one. Loki, the Odin you see before you is not the Odin you once knew. Wait, we've seen, okay, that, okay, obviously has to be reused assets, but we've seen two of these things before. I have, anyway. The you and Thor from this timeline have always been with me like this, and always will. Should you ever see again the me that you know, I beseech you to tell him the choice I made. I need your help. Tears stream down his face as he lowers his head in supplication. Wasn't it that, or was I seem to have the Loki lore mixed up here? Was it? Or I'm a bit confused here. Was it that like some serpent's venom or tears were dripping onto Loki's head, or was Loki's head dripping onto someone else's? Loki's tears were dripping down to someone else's, and they had someone like basically hold their hands out to just basically catch it, and they were stuck there for eternity. I don't remember. Tears stream down his face as he lowers his head in supplication. I beg of you, please, save Odin. Save my blood brother. I thank you, the humans who I used to be like. And I thank you, the heroes from another world, another future. We, the Aesir, grant you, the victors of the game, a reward. We give this one and only life of ours to that human of yours. All of the preserved humans, those neither with role nor rule, I shall release from their binding. That which our rule brought about will fade in time, allowing the future to begin its march once more. Oh, wow. I should have screenshot that. Everything on fire. Oh. All right. Now all that's left to do is to get everyone home where they belong. But, well... Oh, no. Hey, how about we all hang out some more before we go back? Please? Good job with your quest. I kinda slid in and stole all the thunder in the end, though. Yeah, just like Goku. Anyway, everyone else has gone back to the worlds they belong in, and your Jormungand is included. Time to get back to your place, too. Oh, rolling my eyes. Thank you so much. You totally came through for me. Oh, nuts! That reminds me, I hadn't said anything yet. Alright. This is kind of very hard to say, but, so it turns out that I'm kind of, sort of, maybe the cause of this whole situation. How was it kind of, sort of? You either are or you're not. What? Huh? Wait, hang on. What? Remember how we tried to pass through that gate to get from Tokyo to our world? Well, turns out that gate wasn't actually directly connected to our world after all. So then we tried jumping directly over the big old walls around Tokyo. And the only thing around taller than them, that tower. That's when I guess I broke a taboo and... the kind of thing you don't want to mess with. It looks like when people with the same rule and it looks like when people with the same rule as set foot in there, it reads it as an attack. So basically I did something bad and got yelled at by the tower for it. Getting into that Tokyo of yours is one thing, Believing it's pretty rough. Like, I had no idea that Gimmel and that tower are just the same as the tower of back in my world. The place the other meme was talking about, the sacred space of multi-dimensional intervention brought about by the fourth Omni, is only permitted to one person, but there I went and connected with it. Well, that's why after getting exposed by that, the ended up getting fixed from no, seriously, I can't go into the details. That stuff's seriously taboo. You kinda should. It might actually help me out here. I'm holding myself back over here to stop an overflow of the and stuff. Anyway, to put it very simply, it was basically all my fault. Wring his neck. Thank you! Come on! Cut me some slack in here! That's why I was working so hard to make things right! Don't worry. I'm not gonna do it again. I mean, there's no telling what'll happen if I blow it again. Hell, the idea sends shivers down my spine. Besides, I sent everyone back to where they're going. I sent off the people with nowhere to go, too. What do you mean, the people with nowhere to go? What? The vibrations of Babel Tower have subsided at last. What in the world was that? Oh, my cups and saucers are in such a state. All the manpower I'll need to clean up this mess. Why, I wouldn't even mind the help of all the guests at the Mad Hatter's party. Someone approaches. Why, that's... I see you're in one piece. Chicks at the tower. Looks like there was quite a disaster in my absence. Ah, Raven! Who is that you have behind you? An eternally young pair, much like all of you, I imagine. They can clean up the floors as well as anyone. Oh! Just look at this place. It's exactly like Gimmel, a perfect hideout for our new brawling campaign. I'm Beowulf, and this here is Word. My specialties and hobbies are fighting, brawling, and pugilism. Good to meet you. Well, hello there, Mr. Theatrical Criminal. I hear you turned yourself in. Found yourself in a little cell, yes. I heard it from the judge himself, into a prison operated by the world representatives, no less. I'm afraid that you won't be getting out of this one. No, sir. Not even if this world blinks and forgets to exist for a spell or two. Do tell me why? I'm afraid that even I felt the pangs of guilt nipping at my mind. Never in my wildest dreams had I imagined Loki would turn himself in as he did. Wait, you mean you actually did your job? Ahura Mazda, world representative of the most powerful judge in all of Tokyo. World representative and most powerful judge. What? Excuse me, what? Judge in all of Tokyo murmurs to himself. The violent vibrations coming from Tokyo Babel Tower not too long ago as well. I sense Aramen's presence around the commotion. Of that I am sure. Demon King Aramen, my arch nemesis and creator of that wretched husk of a dragon. The light of the rule which imbues the husk with a provisional consciousness that animates its movements. Wait, are you talking about Gordon? I have seen that light before, back home. It was the light that flashed when the abominable Aramen created a new vessel to occupy, to leave his old body behind. Oh, and about why you ended up looking exactly like me when you hopped over to that future? I think it's because you needed to go there as a human. Like, that's what I figured. People see you as all sorts of different people in your Tokyo, right? Well, I think that only counts in your Tokyo. And your Tokyo wasn't exactly connected to that future. So another vessel got prepared over on the other side. That's that of a human that wasn't you. And I figured the only human who fit the bill in that future, who you happen to have a connection with, was me. Or maybe the other me was long gone, but lent you his husk anyway? Something like that. Oh, looks like we're just about back to your Tokyo. Hey, you said the next time you'd be the one to help me. But I think it doesn't have to be me to help me. You help out. Like, I think if you help out someone who isn't yourself when the time comes, then it'll all even out. Hell, me? I'm only here because an old bishop helped me way back. End of the day, though, we've both been through a lot, but I'm glad I got to see you again. It was fun. And, you know, hanging out with you again, I noticed something. There's someone super familiar to me inside you. Someone who brings back a lot of memories. I don't know who that is yet, but I feel like it's someone I know. Oh no, he's got the syndrome too. Let's meet again somewhere sometime, yeah? And have a ton of adventures too. See ya, Brad. Till next time. Use my real name. After School Hero and the Fantastic Boyfriends ×2. End. Like, wring his neck. Like, this was your fault.